A very happy and creative morning to everyone present here and all the educators, teachers, and parents watching this live panel discussion. My name is Raju, and this morning I'm feeling extra special. Miss some of the most accomplished educators in the Zoom room in the Independence Day special, listening to one of the most interesting and game changing topics of today. Five exceptional educators and two hosts who completely believe in the value of holistic education come together to bring you a personal, meaningful field with takeaways. Our topic for today is freedom in education, enriching classroom experiences. And we will gradually understand why it is so important to make it part of our education system and the society at large. I would now like to introduce you to our next panelist. Dr. Gayathri Ramachandran is the correspondent and chief principal, Shri Natesan Vidyasala, Manivakam, Chennai. She is a visionary educator dedicated to shaping young minds and preparing them for life beyond academics. She holds PhD in education and school administration from United States and a postgraduate degree financial management. She is a recipient of Dr. Radhakrishnan Award from Government of Tamil Nadu. Leading Shri Natesan Vidyasala over 3 decades, she has transformed Manivakam from the underprivileged village into education-driven community. Guided by her father's mission, her philosophy of education for all emphasizes affordability, quality learning that nurtures intellect, characters, and resilience. Her insightful writings appears in the Times of India, Education Edition, Infinite Thoughts, Heartfulness, and international magazines such as Lotus in the Mud, New York, Cross Disability Magazine Ability. Dr. Gayatri Ram also serves on the International Teacher Advisory Committee of the Economist Education Foundation UK. Sri Natesan has been a wow year school for over 11 years, and we are so happy to have you here.
So my next question is to Dr. Gayatri. So I'd love to know that how do you feel classrooms should be transformed to leave a lasting impact on a student?
Uh, Thank you, Megha, for having us all here to share beautiful insights about what freedom means in education. Deb, for me, classroom should leave a child with more questions than answers and more confidence than fear. Freedom in education is not freedom from learning. It is not freedom to think. It is the freedom to think, question, explore, make mistakes, and discover one's own potential. Mandivakam village, for example, where our school, Shri Natesan Vidyasala, is located, was 3 decades ago rechristened by the nation's English daily, the Hindu, and Tamil Nadu's popular newspaper, Dinamadar, as Murder Vakam and Tanni Vakam because of the presence of antisocial elements, free flow of illicit act, daylight murders that were happening in every corner of the village, including just outside the school campus. But today, our consistent work over several decades in this once notorious place, exploring aspects that are relevant to a child's growth, has transformed the sleepy village of Manivakam into a vibrant place to live. Thanks to Natesan, Manivakam is today seen as an educational hub, and this transformation did not happen overnight. At Natesan, children from different socio-economic backgrounds, most of them first-generation learners, come together for a good education. And we try to make this freedom real in our everyday learning through our inter-country discussions, which takes place every year. Our children engage with peers across the world, from South Korea to Egypt, USA, UK, Sri Lanka, Nigeria, and other countries, and learn to listen to perspectives different from their own. Through student research, projects, STEM, astronomy, environmental initiatives, we encourage them to go beyond the textbook, to observe, question, experiment, and discover. Let me share a few examples, Deb. Recently, our school students outshone 300 schools nationwide and received the Sustainability Excellence Award from the Energy and Resources Institute, TERI, New Delhi, for their work and research on microplastics in the ocean. This was not a one-time project. It was a project that they had been working on for close to 3 years. And what a moment it was for all of us at Natesan when our middle school students stood on stage to share their STEM collaborative work with the UK school before a panel of judges and team from United Kingdom as part of the program promoted by Formula One. And they won the runner-up prize among hundreds of schools across the country. And this is where our association with Wonder of Words has been particularly meaning to us, Deb. The 3 L's, that is the language, leadership, and life skills, reminds us that education cannot stop at knowing the right answer. Is it not the dream of every educator and every parent to see their child grow with confidence, compassion, empathy, resilience, responsibility? When a curriculum itself is designed to provide that, what does an educator further need? What else does a parent need? They know that with a curriculum like this, their child is in a safe place. A language that gives a child a voice, a leadership that gives the voice purpose, life skills that help the child use both of these meaningfully in the real world. As we are celebrating the 80th Independence Day, Deb, I just want to share one particular incident that happened yesterday. Our kindergarten children were celebrating the Independence Day. Watching the UKG children place their hands on their chest and say their inner anthem, which is like this, like, I am Natesan's child, the world is mine, rooted in values, destined to shine. Day by day, in every way, I'm becoming most and more healthy, wealthy, loving, blissful, spiritual. And with this growth, I will make my life count. Hey world, I'm coming, ready to take life head on. And what a moment, Deb. Every day for every child at Natesan, they begin with this affirmation. And this seed was sown by the Wonder of Words curriculum. And last October, watching 7 of our young authors stand next to Mahatriyara, founder of Infinity, a meta school, as he released the book Love Multiplied Triple One Times, an anthology featuring contributions from writers aged between 9 and 86. And these children who had written about love, surrender, parental affection, miracles, as educators, therefore, our responsibility is not to simply prepare the children for the next examination, but for an increasingly complex and changing world. Ultimately, a child, when he or she walks out of the classroom, we want the child to carry more than marks or memories, because the motto of WOW is to make the child not just exam ready, but life ready. And I truly believe that at Natesan, we are living it. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you, Dr. Gayathri. And I had the honor and to be in Shri Natesan for this October 11th event. And trust me, the students, the way they conducted themselves, they were like interacting with others. It truly felt that these are like real life success stories in the making. And it was such a pleasure to be there in the school with the students. It was so incredible listening to all the panelists talking about this intriguing topic, and it must have invoked so many game-changing ideas. Now, I would like to request each of the panelists to share their views on 2 very important things before we end the discussion. What would be that one innovative, innovation that you would like to bring to your classrooms? And as one of you rightly mentioned, that freedom is in education has parents as this important stakeholders as well. So how is it that we can rope them in to support or to ensure that we have more enriching experiences for their child in the classrooms? So I would request each of the panelists, if you can unmute one by one and share your views briefly on this. Dr. Gayathri, your views on this?
Yes, Deb. One important innovation which I would like to call as classroom is a learning partnership, where the child, teacher, and parent and the world outside the classroom, all of them, they become active participants in the learning process. For example, through our parent club, like what Madam Aparichita had just shared. The parent club, they visit the campus from time to time, share their feedback with our leadership team, helping us introspect, reflect, and also support in our sustainability and environmental initiatives. In fact, many parents are invited to be the judges in the inter-school events, engage with us through the class-wise parent interaction, meet and greet program. For example, one of the panelists was mentioning about the reading club. At our school, what we do is we have something called as a reading club, where the parents and the children, they sit together and read a story from our classroom library. Parents are also invited to share about their profession, a particular skill, or a meaningful life experience with the children. In fact, during one of the KG annual days, the fathers came together and presented a dance along with their children, and another event had mothers presenting a dance with their children. Most of them were working parents, yet they wanted to be part of something that would create beautiful memories, not just for their families, but for the school too. In this way, learning becomes something that happens with children rather than something that is simply given to them. In fact, instead of asking only how is my child performing, I think we should increasingly ask how can we together help this child learn, grow, and discover their potential.
And this discussion, I'm sure it will be so helpful for so many educators watching us from across the globe, and it will be on YouTube, so anyone would go there and watch it anytime. And we want to really move towards an educational system which ensures freedom in education, in learning, and choices as well. So thanking all of you for taking out time and coming here for this wonderful discussion, and for also thanking all of you who are joining us live. And we'll be back with more such insightful discussions in the upcoming months. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.